All right, so as we have seen from the first video, we were able to create this table by combining data from these three sources using relationships between these three tables and these two tables and then these three tables. And this is what the relationship looks like. Relationships. I have relationship between Abuja date, the column date column here, and this date column in the date table, and then Abuja service code and the service code table. Because date table is contains unique items, service table contains unique items, so it makes it very easy to be able to analyze data across the three other tables that contain similar items between the service code here and the service code here and the date table here and the date table here. And that's of course the same thing that we do when we do this in Power BI to create a separate date table so that I can analyze data across multiple levels. So if I want to, and with that, I'm able to analyze this table, look at what's happening at certain points. If I want to look at what happened this quarter, May, June, July, this what happened in that period. Epinfo, I think Abuja doesn't really provide two services, Epinfo and Microsoft Word. So that's why these are empty. So that's why we have this quarter. You can see that most of our money came from Abuja that quarter. And if we look at this quarter also, most of our money still came from Abuja that period. And what about towards the end of the year? We made most of our money from Lagos that period. And for the entire year, we can see that we made most of our money. Let me see if I can sort these. No need to sort. Most of our money came from Abuja, followed by Lagos, and then Ibadan. Of course, that's not exactly the same thing across the product. If we sum the three columns, we'll be able to see where most of the money really is coming from across board. All right, so that's that. Now I can also create a trend with this. Since I already have it, this data or we're already loaded into the data model, so I can insert a pivot chart. You can see use this workbook's data model. All the tables are already loaded into the model and they have relationships, so I can simply depend on that. So I want this date. I want date in the axis. All right, so I can have date in the axis. Since I want just a month, so I can just remove. Oh, I can keep that. I want quantity. I want to look at quantity from Abuja and the revenue from Abuja. What I'll do is I'll say, can redesign this, make it a combo. So the revenue will be in the secondary axis, and this will also be a line. All right, so I can see trend that way. Okay, good. So that's what I have here. Then let me take the legend up to the top. Okay, great. All right, so that's how it works. So you can see some of quantity, some of revenue. Definitely, I may need to make one or two changes also. Maybe change a few things here, add the other states and so on. But of course, that will take more design from the back end before I'm able to do that. So I have that. I can compare revenue across times. I have that. Let me change the name of this to let me call this Abuja Rev. Okay, so I'll call that Abuja Rev there. All right. Then I have Ibadan, the revenue from Ibadan. So I'll call that value field setting, Ibadan revenue. All right. So you can see the trend is Abuja Rev is blue, Ibadan Rev is there. And of course, finally, the Lagos revenue. So I'll change the value field setting. So I say Lagos Rev. All right, so you can see the trend of revenue across the three of them. And of course, I can also check this for each of the products by coming here and putting the services as a slicer. I can put the services as a slicer somewhere there. All right, so with this now I'm ready to look at how does this change. Let me change the view and remove the grid line so that we can focus on. All right, so if I look at trend in automation, you can see the trend in automation, over time. This CS Pro services, dashboard services, you can see that changing over time. Epi Info services also, financial modeling, our Excel services, you can see in Abuja, you can see Badon, you can see Lagos, PowerPoint services, let me see Power BI services, and our visualization services. And of course, this is what the trend looks like in revenue over time. So you can see that our revenue has been going up and down across. And as at December, we have the highest in Lagos, followed by Ibadan, and then the lowest in Abuja. You can see that going down, up and down. So, and all of these are just data coming from these three different tables without merging the data, just by creating relationships, in the back end. So I hope you find this also very, very useful for your work. You can drop comments, and then if you have questions, you can ask me. Thank you.